moon, I'm mallet sure, blood on the floor, but I'm hungry for more. I ain't talking vengeance, I'm talking cheese. Extra pepperoni, my demonic disease. They'll scream my name, but I just grin. Got the red sauce on my chin. One hand on the last one on the pie. I mean pizza while you all die. Hey, pizza feels my devil cry. I've been hot while demons fry. From the underworld to the neon sky. One more slice and then you die. Cheese melting, bullets flying. Ebony and ivory harmonizing. It tells the kitchen that I'm the chef. And you're gonna love what I'm slicing up next. Trish rolls her eyes, you'll get back, she said. I said I burn it off when the streets run red. I don't pray, I don't need a priest. Just toss me a pie and I'll unleash the beast. Every boss fight, every sin. Another slice and I'm born again. Mondays falls, angels weep, but pizza's the promise I always keep. Raise your slice up to the sky. Toppings rain like bullets tonight. I'm serving justice, extra spice. Demons tremble, ovens blaze. I'll take my justice 8 slices a day. The taste of victory never lies. It's cheesy, greasy, and devil fried. Be the hunter, rule the crown. From the underworld and then you die. Cheese melting, bullets flying. Ebony and ivory harmonizing. It tells the kitchen that I'm the chef. And you're gonna love what I'm slicing up next. Gravel may cry, gravel may cry. I'm mallet sure, blood on the floor, but I'm hungry for more. I ain't talking vengeance, I'm talking cheese. Extra pepperoni, my demonic disease. They'll scream my name, but I just grin. Got the red sauce on my chin. One hand on the last one on the pie. I mean pizza while you all die. Hey, pizza feels my devil cry. I've been hot while demons fry. Underworld to the neon sky. One more slice and then you die. Cheese melting, bullets flying. Ebony and ivory harmonizing. It tells the kitchen that I'm the chef. And you're gonna love what I'm slicing up next. Trish rolls her eyes, you'll get back, she said. I said I burn it off when the streets run red. I don't pray, I don't need a priest. Just toss me a pie and I'll unleash the beast. Every boss fight, every sin. Another slice and I'm born again. Mondays falls, angels weep, but pizza's the promise I always keep. Be the hunter, rule the crown. Raise your slice up to the sky. Toppings rain like bullets tonight. I'm serving justice, extra spice. Demons tremble, ovens blaze. I'll take my justice 8 slices a day. The taste of victory never lies. It's cheesy, greasy, and devil fried. Be the hunter, rule the crown. From the underworld to the neon sky. One more slice and then you die. Cheese melting, slicing up next. Devil may cry, devil may cry. Late night slice and dice. Late night red moon, I'm not sure, but on the floor, but I'm hungry for more. I ain't talking vengeance, I'm talking cheese. Extra pepperoni, my demonic disease. They'll scream my name, but I just grin. Got the red sauce on my chin. One hand on the last one on the pie. I mean pizza while you all die. Hey, pizza feels my devil cry. I've been hot while demons fry. From the underworld to the neon sky. One more slice and then you die. Cheese melting, bullets flying. Ebony and ivory harmonizing. It tells the kitchen that I'm the chef. And you're gonna love what I'm slicing up next. Trish rolls her eyes, you'll get back, she said. I said I burn it off when the streets run red. I don't pray, I don't need a priest. Just toss me a pie and I'll unleash the beast. Every boss fight, every sin, another slice and I'm born again. Mondays falls, angels weep, but pizza's the promise I always keep. Ow. 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 Be the hunter, rule the crown. Pizza feels my devil cry. Raise your slice up to the sky. Toppings rain like bullets tonight. I'm serving justice, extra spice. Demons tremble, ovens blaze. I'll take my justice 8 slices a day.
Hello, everyone. Oh, wait, 1 sec. There I am. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Retro Rodeo, where we are retro. I am Rodeo, and today we are back onto our
Howdy.
normal schedules. We have the Weird Al Howdy in attendance here, and back on the normal schedules means that we are doing the Saturday theme stream. Normally this is voted on, but we did the vote like way before we started doing the spooky season, and it's not a phase, Mom, that won the poll, and for that I have selected that we will be playing some Devil May Cry. I remember when this game came out, I'm not gonna undersell it. It changed things. It was a very big deal when this came out. Thought it was Filbert. Nice. This game came out. It was a pretty big deal at the time. I remember people going nuts, being all like, "Oh my god, you have to play this. This is like the greatest game you've ever
Howdy.
played." You play as a guy, and he's got a big sword, and he's got guns, and he chops up demons and puppet monsters. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you had me at guy with a big sword. Welcome in, Vagrant. Give me just one more second here. Make a little adjustment. We can make me a little bit bigger, I think. Ooh. Floated too high up. A big sword. That's right. Fair warning to everyone. And I'm gonna put the note up here on a text right now. I was trying to test Twitch to see if everything is working. Twitch is shoddy. I know I tried several times. Maybe I'll try again right now. Maybe it's different now. I don't know.
Shut up and take my dollar
Oh,
tubes.
okay. Well, there it does seem to be working. Okay. I was going to put a message saying that, Twitch is shit in the bucket and the redeems, the rewards are spotty at best. But no, I guess they're working now. Funny how that happens. Okay. So, Devil May Cry. I don't remember a lot of the the story beats for this. I remember like you meet his brother, but he looks nothing like he does in the rest of the series. He's like a suit of armor, basically. I remember the lava spider fight being a pain in the ass, and that's about it. Okay, so we're gonna get into it here. Just one more sec. Here we go.
Shut up and take my dollary dues.
Big swords, big guns, big action. Now where'd I put that sense on?
I wanted to hear what he said for that.
Let's rock, baby.
Okay. This has the DNA all over it of it being a Resident Evil game at one point. It's one of those things that once you know, you see it everywhere. I'm sure we've all heard the story. I'm not going to elaborate on it. Though, ooh, let's hear this.
2 millenniums ago, there was a war between the human world and the other, the underworld. But somebody from the underworld woke up to justice and stood up against this legion alone. His name was Sparta. Later, he quietly reigned the human world and continued to preserve harmony until his death. He became a legend. The legendary Dark Knight, Sparta.
Sparta! Not Sparta. There's a D in there. I also think Johnny Silverhand would take the Archer approach to tequila of like, Archer's just on a massive, he's been drunk for years, and if he ever got sober, the hangover would kill him. I'm sure Johnny was the same way.
Devil May Cry. Sorry, we closed at 9.
Closed at 9.
Again, no password. I can't seem to get any real business.
Whoa, slow down, babe.
Well, well, what do we have here? Nature calls? It's in the back.
Yes, she busted down your door to
So,
use the bathroom.
You must be the handyman who'll take any dirty job. Am I correct?
Almost. I only take special jobs, if you know what I mean.
One big walking sack of booze, pills,
You're
and
the man who
rage.
lost a mother and a brother
Don't
to
forget
evil 20
horny.
years ago. The son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta, Mr. Dante.
Well, the way I figure it, in this business a lot of your kind comes around. And if I kill each one that comes, eventually I should hit the jackpot sooner or later.
In that case, you should be used to this sort of thing.
I like how it's just that easy to get the jump on Dante. I definitely forgot that part.
Are you really the son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta? Didn't your daddy teach you how to use a sword?
Suddenly, motorcycle!
Ha! Time to go to work, guys.
Even as a child, I had powers. There's demonic blood in me.
What strength?
You were the first one to know about my vengeance. It looks like I'm getting closer.
Well,
It seems that way, but I'm not your enemy. My name is Trish. I came here to seek your help. To put an end to the underworld.
What?
Oh, it's so corny. I love it.
20 years ago, Mundus, the Emperor of the Underworld, resurrected.
Mundus.
Yes. His powers were sealed by Sparta. He's attempting to gain control of the human world once again. He has been preparing to open the gate on Malay Island.
Don't ever let Michael Bay remember the franchise exists, right? I don't think I'd want Michael Bay to do a live-action movie of this. I don't think I'd want a live-action Devil May Cry. It's better off animated.
The castle is above this cliff. Come on, let's go! Ha!
Okay. Oh, God. Triangle is jump. Oh, man, that was an age. Yeah. Oh, boy. Okay. There we go. Shoot, confirm, sword, shoot. Basically, just swap sword and shoot. You'd want live action? See, I don't know. Who would you get to play Dante though? And what age of Dante would he be? Because there's a Dante for every stage of life, it seems now. Okay, the rest is all the same. It's just swapping shoot and sword, in which case I'd rather have the A. Okay. Wow. Circle is sword. Triangle's jump. It's so draconian. Yellow ore. Fixed camera angles. I am totally going to get thrown up on circle being sword and triangle being jump. All right, get rid of the evil spell. OG Dante, okay. Probably give the job to someone who can actually handle the stunts. Well, okay, you say OG Dante. So are we talking Dante as he is here, or are we talking Dante in Devil May Cry 3? Hopefully not 2. Like, that's the thing, is, there's a lot of different ages for Dante, right? Okay, you do that, Marzipan. Glad having you here. I mean, there's Devil May Cry 2, not DMC 2. As he is in the first one. Okay. The problem with that is if you, As he is right here, yeah. The problem with that is a prequel is harder to swallow as a movie. So that means that we never do get Devil May Cry 3 Dante. Which, you know, I feel like some people would remiss over. Because 2 might as well not exist, right? For what it's worth, DMC is actually not terrible. The problem is they tried to surprise fans, right? They gave fans something they didn't want, and they reacted appropriately to it. Come on. Nope. Come on. We can do this. Can we? There we go. Oh, wait. Now we gotta do... same diff. Ah, there we go. Capcom sold the model to a toothbrush company. Is that true? You're making that up. You gotta be making that up. You gotta be making that up. What you talking about, Vagrant? Yeah, okay. There's a DMC toothbrush. For real. Ooh, door sealed shut and a rusty key may help. Okay, I gotta search that. I gotta search that to see if it's true. DMC toothbrush. No, you're messing with me. You gotta be. Vietnamese dental education video. Oh my god. Oh my god! That's totally him! He even has the necklace and everything! Oh my god. I can't believe that, actually. That's weird. That's weird, man. Why you do that, man? That's not right. That's not right. Ah. Now I feel dirty that I said something good about DMC. Capcom, why you do this to me? I was talking good about you. And then you're like, well, we gotta put an end to that shit. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, we're close. Come on. Do it here. Nope. Ah, so close. No, that's the opposite of what we wanted. No. Ah, we did it again, damn it. The problem is he does it, but there's a pillar in the way. Kiefer Chew, welcome in. The exclamation howdy Kiefer Chew is for subscribers. Subscribers who have their own custom howdy messages. If you want to subscribe, you know, we can make you a custom howdy message. You would have the you'd be the only person with access to it. There it is. But for everyone else, it's just standard howdy.
Howdy.
There you go. Yeah, see, Vagrant has one that's Garrus from Mass Effect. Statue must be the Watcher of Time. Hey, Kiefer Chew, that's fantastic. I'm never going to tell you not to sub. But, you know, you don't have to. I'm just happy you guys are here. In the meantime, send me a message on Discord, and I'll send you to the, I use AI to make the custom howdy messages. Hey, thank you. I'm never going to tell you not to. But, you know, I just love that you guys are here. That's always the most important part to me. But send me a message on Discord. I'll link you to the site where I make my custom howdies. And we can start working on your custom howdy. Make sure that you get all the benefits you can. But hey, thank you, Kiefer Chew. We're going through some old school Devil May Cry. Hope you guys all had a great Halloween. If you check the Discord, you'll know that I did something different, actually. Yeah, that's right, too. Oh, and that reminds me, we need to get a poll going. Because I think you guys are liking the fact that there's, you know, there's zombies for all the non-subscribers and people who are subscribed. Yeah, that's right. The weird thing out is I actually went to the campus bar and I, you know, went out and enjoyed the costumes and dancing and all that. I had a lot of fun. I am very sore today because, you know, I'm twice the age of some of those kids. But how come no one knows how to dance anymore? That's my question. I went there, I saw those kids and their so-called dancing. How come no one knows how to dance anymore? The closest thing I saw to dancing was basically just jumping around. And that's not me, like, making a comment of, oh, the kids and their dances today are stupid. It's not real dances. They weren't even trying. It was just a bunch of jumping around. And like actual, just like in one spot, they jump up into the air, they kind of flail their arms a bit. And aside from that, you know, they did the basic, like, you know, samba shuffle. Like, you move your arms and just shuffle to the left and shuffle to the right, and... well, that's the thing, right? All these kids these days, they should be the best dancers. Because everyone watches frickin' TikTok dancing. So everyone should have dance moves going on. I was very disappointed. But as I was saying, and I'll make a poll for this. I'll make a poll for this on the Discord. You guys, I think you like the fact that we have zombies up there for the non-subscribers. And you know, if you're a subscriber, you of course get your own avatar. I'm thinking I want to keep that non-subscribers get just the standard zombie. But I'm wondering if we want to keep it zombie. I can change that standard avatar to anything. So I think I'm going to put a poll up in the next couple of days. Well, I mean, okay, I can change it to anything that is a Steam avatar, I should say. So, you know, if there are no elves, I can't make it elves. But, you know, I could make it like Dragon Quest slimes. I could make it, you know, toads, like from Mario, Paper Mario. I think we should do a poll for what we want the standard non-subscriber one to be. Oh, yeah. I knew that's what you meant. But if Santa Elves is not a... If Santa Elves is not a stream avatar, then... Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. I had a guy who had a really good summary of it once. In that there are elves and there are elves. Elves, with the V, is like, you know, that's your Lord of the Rings, that's your World of Warcraft. Elves, with an F, is, you know, that's your Santa elves. Which I know it gets complicated when you start talking about plurals, but... Okay. Where the hell are we trying to go? We've circled around here. Oh, okay. It was just collect orbs to open it. Which is really smart. What they're doing there is they're making sure you understand the movement mechanics. Oh, yeah. I believe I've played through all of the Devil May Cries except 5. I've played a lot of 5. I never did actually beat it. But I've played through all of them. I'm not spectacular at them, but, you know, I'm good enough. No, you start with the sword. You start with the sword. You start with the guns. The sword starts with the like, uppercut into the air. I'm pretty sure everything else is stuff you have to buy. Hot dog water bad. I've never heard someone use hot dog water as a descriptor for skill. But it has, it's been a minute playing since I played the original Devil May Cry, that's for sure. Fixed camera angles! If they have elves, like Santa elves, I'd like that actually. That's a good idea. But, you know, we could make, Dragon Quest slimes. We have that. There's a few other ones. We can make, like Zaku's. Like Zaku's or Gyms. The Gundam units. Traditionally awful at fighting games and beat 'em ups. Hey, no. I mean, not everyone's gonna be great at every game, right? I think people get really hung up on, thinking that they have to be great at every game ever imaginable, or they're not a gamer. You just button mash? Absolutely. I've never been big into fighting games. Beat 'em ups I like, because, you know, I'm a big fan of Yakuza. Spam the uppercuts. Hadouken! 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 I swear to God, if you do Hadouken one more time, I'm gonna kick you in the shin! Ooh, Skullgirls, that's a good one. If you're gonna get good at a game, Skullgirls is a good choice. I can't remember who it was I liked in Skullgirls. Until that Poppy dude comes out.
Partner.
Dark, welcome in. Oh, lid is closed. Can't go through. Okay. Well, there was the other path over here. We were just talking, Dark. It's no longer spooky season. What do we want to use to replace the zombies on top of the TV for all of the non-subscribers? What model do we want to put there to replace them? Those prisoners and their bail amounts. Might be Whoopsie. Until that Whoopsie dude comes. Oh, Toasty. You're thinking Toasty. Toasty. Uh-oh. Yeah, we might be in trouble. Mother of God, a rusty key. Uh-oh. Which one of you guys threw that? Now let's see, it's what, R1 to lock on? Yeah. Oh god, I keep trying to jump, thinking it's the sword button, but it's really not. I have played not the old school like NES Ninja Gaiden games. I played a little bit of Black at one point. That's about it. I do know that they are impossibly hard on purpose. Let's see. Is this going down? Yeah, okay. Strider for the Sega Genesis. Nice. Very nice, actually. That's great. That's a great cut. Three openings to insert something. Okay, we got the key. Oh, Rusty Key was like down in the lobby. Hey, Kiefer Chew, take your time. Why won't you die? 20 years to figure out what games you actually owned by name. I want to play the ninja game. Oh god, that makes me think of when I had to try to get Chinese food from my mom once. And she has no idea what any of the food is. Me and a friend were gonna go to a Chinese buffet, and I asked her, you know, while we're there, do you want me to, like, bring you back some Chinese food? Not from the buffet, of course, you know, just like, we'll buy you something to take home, and we'll bring it to her. And she was like, yeah, okay, but I don't know what I want yet, so just give me a call when you're about to finish, and then I'll tell you what I want, and you can bring it back. And I'm like, okay, sounds good. So we went to eat, and, are they up here? Yeah. We went to eat, and when we were finished, I go to give her a call, and she's like, I want you to bring me the noodles. Oh, wait. Can't pause while we're in combat. So she said, I want you to bring me the noodles. And I'm like, well, what do you mean the noodles? We're at a Chinese food restaurant. Half the food is noodles. What do you mean? The noodles. I want the noodles. Well, what do you mean noodles? You can't just keep saying noodles and think it's going to mean anything different. Do you want chow mein? Do you want lo mein? Do you want... And every time I'm saying, like, do you want chow mein? No, not chow mein. Do you want lo mein? No, not that. You want yakisoba? No, not that. And in the end, she just kept saying, the noodles, get me the noodles. I want the noodles. In the end, I got her nothing because she couldn't tell me what it was she wanted. And I wasn't going to ask the waitress, give me the noodles. So, no, actually, that's not true. We did get her something. We got her chow mein in the end. We were going to just leave. She wanted Mr. Noodles, right? That's what I should have done. I should have just brought her a thing of Mr. Noodles. No, we did get her. We got her chow mein in the end. And we brought it home. No, actually, I remember it exactly now. I was going to just bring her nothing. My friend Spencer that was with me, he was like, no, you can't just bring her nothing. Bring her back some chow mein, and if she doesn't like it, that's her problem. And I said, okay. So I brought her back the chow mein, and she's like, see? This is what I wanted. Why couldn't you just get me the noodles? And yeah, I was like, what do you mean? I asked you if you want chow mein. This is chow mein. This isn't chow mein. This is the noodles. So ever since then, I've never extended that offer to him again. To her again, I should say. Meta, thank you. Thank you for the affiliate anniversary note there. I completely forgot actually that my affiliate happened at this time last year. I completely forgot. Because I celebrated when I first started streaming, but I never did celebrate my affiliate. Maybe I'll have to do something special for it next year. But thank you. I remember it was quite the deal when I first got it there. But how you doing, Meta? You were playing. What were you playing earlier? Not Luigi's Mansion. You were playing something that I've played recently. I can't remember what. Can't remember what. Yeah, thanks, Vagrant. No, my affiliate anniversary just slipped right by me. I kept track of, when I first started streaming. That date is, I believe, August 17th. What were you playing? Oh, yeah, I guess. Was it Luigi's Mansion? You were playing something that I also played lately. I briefly saw, but I wasn't able to come in because when I was on the computer at the time. It wasn't Call of Cthulhu. You did play a little bit of Luigi's. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. No, not Luigi's Mansion. The noodles. You were playing the noodles. Okay, that's dodge. Triangle when you're locked on is dodge. You also can't shoot unless you're locked on. Okay, good to know. By the by, if you guys didn't notice, we have our Fatal Frame sticker. Our Fatal Frame sticker. It's just in the bottom left of the TV there. That's the camera obscura right there. Oh, okay, yeah, I do remember Meta. I remember the story. Okay. It's story time. It was about when I worked at Blockbuster. Because you mentioned something about like kids trying to rent Grand Theft Auto or something like that. Something like that. You might have heard this one before, Vagrant. I think I've mentioned it on the channel before. But when I worked at Blockbuster, I was basically the video game guy for the store, right? Yeah. It's a good one, though. I promised Meta I would tell it to him. So I was like the video game guy at Blockbuster. Anytime it was like laying out the things or what to get or whatever, I was the video game guy. So I was there working one day, and there was this little kid. He couldn't have been older than 10, and he wanted to rent Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And I told him, I can't rent this to you because of its rating. I'm going to need to have your parent here so that I can rent this to you, which was not the store policy. That was my policy, because I definitely don't think that little kid should be playing Grand Theft Auto. So the mother comes up to me, and she's gone full on Karen mode with this, right? My son tells me that you're not serving him, and I want to know what's wrong. And basically, I'm, 2 steps away from her asking for the manager. And I tell her, well, no, ma'am, it's not that I won't serve your son. It's that your son wanted to rent a game that's rated M for mature, and he's clearly not 18 or older. Oh, that doesn't matter. I don't care. Well, okay, now that you're here, let me just tell you about it so that you can know about what's in this game. Yeah, okay, fine. Well, okay, so this game, it's rated M for mature, which means they're supposed to be 17 or older, and it's rated that because of violence. Yeah, that's fine. Coarse language. Yeah, that's okay. Drug use. Yeah, fine, whatever. Sexual content. Sexual content? Mother didn't care about anything until I mentioned sexual content in the game. The moment I mentioned sexual content, she did a complete 180 on her attitude. Complete 180 on her attitude, and told her son, no, you're not getting that. Go get something better. Which, of course, better isn't the right term, but that's what she said. I remember this exactly. So then, while the kid runs off and he's picking out something else, she is being completely apologetic, oh, I'm so sorry about how I was acting. It's really good, actually, that you're making sure to let parents know about this stuff so that they can make a good decision and their kids aren't watching anything they're not supposed to. And, I was like, yeah, I'm just doing my job. So we talk and she's polite about it now. Kid comes back and he has Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And the mom, he hands it to the mom hands it to me and is like, okay, tell me about this game. She's into it now. She wants the lowdown on these games now that she knows I'm gonna give it to her straight. And I'm like, well, ma'am, your son here, this game's also rated M for mature because your son just got a different game in the same series. So it's rated M for mature for all the same reasons. Including the sexual content? Yeah, and including the sexual content. She's pissed. She, almost slaps it, the empty case onto the kid and is like, go get another one. So then again, the kid runs off and we're just standing there talking. Eventually we run out of stuff to talk about. Your son's trying to pull a fast one, ma'am? Right? Eventually we run out of stuff to talk about and we're just standing there waiting. Kid comes back. The third game he has is Grand Theft Auto 3. And she goes, okay, what about this one? And I said, well, I hate to tell you this and waste your time, but your son just grabbed another game. This is another Grand Theft Auto game. And the kid has a small tantrum at that point because the mom says that he's not getting anything. And she ends up basically dragging the kid out of the store, kicking and screaming. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. That's my story of when I worked at Blockbuster and some 10-year-old absolutely insisted to try to rent Grand Theft Auto. And yeah, that wasn't gonna fly on my watch. And you know what? If it was some of the other games that are rated M for mature, I might not have minded so much. But at the time, Grand Theft Auto is pretty much as bad as it got, right? If he wanted to rent Devil May Cry, which I'm pretty sure is also probably rated M for mature, I probably wouldn't have cared, right? Because Devil May Cry is great. It's just violent. Not as big a deal. I don't think they even swear in this game. Actually, let's take a look. Devil May Cry 1 rating. Let's see. Devil May Cry. I guess I should do ESRB rating. Devil May Cry 1 ESRB rating. Okay, yeah. It's rated M for mature, but it's for blood and violence. Not even for swearing or nudity or anything like that. And the discourse at the time, yeah, that's right. That is absolutely right. That is the absolute time when Grand Theft Auto was, and basically making a bad rap for all video games, and mothers were fighting back against it, when in reality, you know, it's all on the parents who let their kids play those games. The hot coffee controversy, yeah. Good old Jack Thompson. I had a friend whose last name was Thompson, and his father's name was Jack. No joke. He, of course, he knew he was nothing like the actual guy, but it was a funny coincidence at the time. Right, I'm here and I'm trying to get to the time thing, the upgrade booth. Can I do anything with this?
Those who desire to acquire the ancient ways of war shall offer the blood of monsters in exchange.
Well, hot diggity daffodils. Oh, but I can't, like, learn moves yet, eh? Nope. Okay. I think it was on the ground floor? It was right here, yeah. You use the rusty key. But yeah, I thought you'd like to hear that story, Meta. It's a good one. And you can understand, you know, I wanted to tell it to you at the time, but that would have been a very long story to type out. Oh, that's a smart bit of game design to teach you right there. Some cabbage merchant in Avatar? Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna guess that you haven't watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, Vagrant. In there's an ongoing character who is a cabbage merchant. You saw one episode, yeah. So in the series, in the whole series, there's an ongoing NPC background character called the Cabbage Merchant, who is there. He's selling cabbages all innocently. And as Aang and company are going all around the kingdom, he also just so happens to be wherever they go. And anytime that he's there trying to sell his cabbages, the shenanigans that Aang and company gets up to always destroys his cabbage cart. And then he says, you know, the line, "Oh, my cabbages!" And just, you know, everywhere he goes, he probably got his cabbages destroyed like 12 times in the series. It was an ongoing joke. So that's why, you know, they made a whole thing about it with the card. What was I saying, though? Oh, right, I was talking about the game design they had here for teaching you about the symbols you have to attack. Because what they did is, up to this point, you've learned that the suits of armor are things you can destroy. So what they did was they put 2 suits of armor in front of the thing you had to hit so that you would hit the armor, because you've already been taught that hitting armor will drop items. They put that in front of the symbol that also shines when you attack it, so that you would inadvertently attack it, and it would at the same time teach you about what to do with those. So that was a good bit of design there. Oh, we got strung up. Yeah, it was pretty clever, actually. That's why I wanted to point it out. You know, we're all about learning game design here. Reminder to folks, if you want to have an actual lesson in game design, we do have a redeem for that. There's a redeem called Let's Talk Game Design, where it will randomly select one of 100 micro game design topics that we can discuss on the channel, and you guys can learn some real game design.
Please, Fry, I don't know how to teach. I'm a professor. See you in class.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's learn about silent protagonists. So, silent protagonists, why some games keep the hero quiet. And this one's pretty popular. I'm sure you guys might know the answer already. Why do you guys think that in a lot of video games, they go out of their way to make sure that the character you play as, the main protagonist, is a silent one? Does anyone want to take some guesses right off the bat before we get into the topic in full? You can pretend... Oh, excuse me. So you can pretend to be in their shoes? That is right. The more educational way to explain that for Fallout 3 in New Vegas, it's so the character feels more like how you want them. You're both right. It is so that you can self-insert or project yourself onto the character. If the character has a voice, then that suddenly gives them an identity. And if that voice doesn't match up with you, it's kind of hard for you to self-insert to project yourself onto the character, because then they have an identity that's not yours. No, that's okay, Meta. This is why I teach,
Howdy.
right? Because I do remember these sorts of terms. Stay Fluff, welcome in. You're just in time to learn a little game design. We're talking about silent protagonists and why some games keep the hero quiet. The short answer being it's so that you can project yourself, you can self-insert onto the character. It is quite difficult for people to insert themselves into a character once they have a voice. Once they have a voice, then it gets difficult for you to relate if that voice doesn't match your own. Are all these? Why can't I open these doors? Do I just go back to here? And it comes down? Yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go. But yes, Link is kind of a weird example, I think, because he very much does have a voice, but he's still a silent protagonist. I think in that case, it's because there's many different Links, actually. So there's a little bit of what I was saying with the self-insert, with the projecting yourself onto the character. Oh my god! That took off, like, almost all my health. But there's also lots of different Links. And if... Okay, we died. Can't wait to see Link talk in the new Zelda movie. I mean, what if he doesn't? What if Link doesn't talk? What then? To fly with a chicken. This game is hard. I remember in particular, the spider, the lava spider, is a really tough fight. God damn it. Made it through that time. Run into a random dude's house and smash their pots, yeah. I mean, we have one for that, actually. For whenever we do basically the same thing in an RPG.
And I'll go into people's houses at night and wreck up the place.
Okay, where am I going? What am I doing? I am going up. I'm going up. Come on. There we go. No! There we go. You're pumped for the Zelda movie, or does the ellipses actually speak for you? Speaking of speaking for things, one of the cooler costumes that I saw at the bar yesterday was someone was dressed up as the Lorax. If given the chance, we could quote lines from Futurama. I'm sure we could. There was a guy who was dressed up as the Lorax. It was a pretty low grade costume, but still, just the fact that he did it, I thought was pretty great. Hey, we made it! I completely forgot that they actually, like, mission grade you. Have a guy in a light bulb suit with wings on it. Hey, listen! Listen! All right, Vampire, we're Devil Hunter D. Totally not Vampire Hunter D, it's Devil Hunter D. Yeah, that's us. Yeah, the Lorax is awesome. He speaks for the trees. And he's done dealing with your shit. I don't know why the screen's shaking like that. Oh, I think we just saved twice. Okay, next mission. You'll be able to perform and enjoy many different moves. With just one button, you'll be able to perform many different sword actions. Fire without pressing. See, I don't like the R1 to aim, but I also don't want the automatic sword attacks. So I might just have to deal with the R1 to aim. I think all future versions of the game just got rid of the need for that. You can lock on, but it does let you just fire off without needing to. Oh god, X to move forward, triangle to go back. My god. You're feeling a need to learn? Oh yeah, sure, Meta. You can do the redeem multiple times.
I don't know how to teach. I'm a professor. See you in class.
Which, by the by, I quote that all the time when I'm teaching. Oh, okay. This is a fun one. Let's talk about diegetic UI. Okay, so who here, just off the top of your heads, who here knows what we're talking about when we talk about a diegetic UI? UI standing for user interface, but diegetic is the strange word in that sentence. I mean, it is also kind of like on the marker there, so it's a little obvious, but can someone here name an example of diegetic UI? We actually just played a game the other day that I praised for having a really good diegetic UI. Ooh, barbecue chicken pizza does sound good. The pre-stream song I made for this is actually all about how Dante is powered by he's fueled by pizza to kill demons. Okay, diegetic UI. So diegesis is the root word. diegesis actually means something different when you're talking about game design than it does elsewhere. It is a completely different term, so this is why it actually throws a lot of people off when you first hear about the word. And yeah, Kiefer Chu, you're right. Dead Space uses a lot of diegetic UI. Diegetic basically means it is something that makes sense within the lore of the world. So, diegetic UI is when they don't have a HUD. The Fallout Pip-Boy, that is one of them. That is an example of diegesis. But then Fallout does a lot of stuff that is not diegetic because, you know, it has the actual HUD there to show all of your various ammo and health and stuff. Thank you, Hector. Welcome in. We're having a learn game design moment if you wanted to be here to learn about it. We're talking about diegetic UI. Yeah. So in Dead Space, they actually have a lot of diegetic UI, not just the HP spine. That's a big one. And they don't just have it there as an example of a diegetic UI. They actually reinforce it with in-game lore. So in the in-game lore, they talk about how engineers are supposed to be paired off into groups of two. Like you're paired off with someone as an engineer. And then there are posters around the Ishimura station that say watch each other's backs. And that's why it's on the spine, which is normally somewhere that you can't see your own spine, right? But the reason why they have that is so that your partner can watch your back. The other example of diegetic design that's the really big one in Dead Space is the menu. The menu that you use for like your inventory and showing your ammo count and all that, or your equipment. That actually, if you ever look at Isaac, he has a projector that's actually on his chest. So from the outside, yeah, it's usually on his chest. From the outside, it looks kind of like a neck guard. But what it actually is it's something that actually projects the menu in front of him. So that's an example of diegetic AI, or diegetic UI. And the reason for this is, of course, it helps with immersion. That's the whole reason why we bother with diegetic UI. Not just because it's cool or because it's like, a nice little nod. It's to help you with the immersion so that you can get more out of the experience from the game. The example of diegetic UI that we had just the other day is when we were playing Ghostbusters. The diegetic UI is on the Proton Pack. The Proton Pack actually has a part that shows the health for the character as well as how much the Proton Pack is overheating. And it's placed in an excellent position just on the side of the pack because the character actually stands at a little bit of an angle with their because they need one hand back and one hand forward to hold the wand of the proton gun. So that makes their back sort of be at an angle where one arm is back, which puts it at an angle, so you can see the side of the pack really easily at all times. There was never an instance playing Ghostbusters where I didn't know what my ammo was, despite the fact that there is no actual HUD in front. Okay, that being said, excellent use of the Let's Learn Game Design Redeem. I unfortunately have to play ads, but you guys can get a special treat here. I found some trailers for Devil May Cry. One of them is the original 2001 E3 trailer for Devil May Cry. The other one is a very rare trailer that actually shows Devil May Cry before it was done. I think what it is it's a Japanese trailer that they then translated, and thus there's things in it that didn't actually make it to the end product of the game. So there's a little like some developer secret stuff in there. Oh no problem, Stay Fluff. That was a redeem. That's a redeem we do. That's the Let's Talk Game Design redeem. If you ever want to do it yourself, feel free to redeem it. It will randomly select one of 100 micro game design topics. That's what the redeem's there for. But right now, we have to run these ads. I'll put you on the screen that can show you those trailers, and I'll see you in a couple minutes. So this one is the E3 trailer. The other one is the rare one with the hidden game mechanics. Is the one with the secret mechanics in it.
2 millenniums ago, there was a devil who fought for justice. With the power of his sword, he defended the humans from the dark wave. And he became a legend. But now, in our time, they have risen. This time, they mean business. And another has stood up to wield his sword.
A sword. Time to go to work, guys.
Part human, part demon.
Even as a child, I had powers. There's demonic blood in me.
He has the power of both worlds.
What power beyond my expectations.
It's personal. The legendary father.
You're right. I'm his son, Dante.
Now, get ready for the power awakening.
Sweet dreams.
Let's go. I thought you'd want to see that. You can see there's a lot more of the Resident Evil sort of DNA in that gameplay footage than what ended up in the final game. Okay.
Please, Fry, I don't know how to teach.
Oh,
I'm a
okay. New
professor.
topic.
See you in class.
Let's see. I love that you guys are actually using this. Okay. Oh, we had this one the other day. No, I love it, Kiefer Chew. This is great. This is what the Redeem is here for. I'm gonna just turn off the model for a sec here so we can read the back end of it. We were actually talking about this the other day, which is really odd because it's supposed to be 100 topics randomly selected. So when it comes to video game genre, why is it focused on gameplay instead of the narrative? So, for example, when we are talking about Red Dead Redemption, how come Red Dead Redemption is in a genre of a third-person shooter? It's actually action adventure. But how come it is a action adventure game and we don't call it a Western game? Why is it when we're talking about video game genre specifically, why do we genre them by the gameplay instead of the narrative that is delivered to the player? Does anyone want to take a guess? Preferably people who were not here last time we were talking about it and know the answer in quite detail. Is it because it's open world? Well, no, not all games are open world, Kiefer Chew. And as I was trying to explain to Memory Carp the other day, open world isn't a genre of game. It's a game mechanic. It's not a genre of game. But he refuses to admit that. But that's okay. He's also welcome to be wrong. So the reason why okay, go ahead, Fluff. Take a guess. Why is it when we talk about video game genre? Well, horror, and actually, Memory Carp did point out in a really good insight that horror is one of the few genres that actually does cross over into both. There is horror as a genre of the narrative and of the mechanics, but when we're talking about video games, it's not just the word horror. They tie something to it, usually survival horror. A second word gets attached to it to make it more relevant. Okay. Bluff wants to take a guess. Let's just give him a moment to, I'm sure he's furiously typing away. You're learning. That's right. I'm just trying to see. You can absolutely find a list of all of the official video game genres. And this is genres based on how they are officially classified, not the sort of like subgenres that we all come up with as gamers. Can't type and think while someone is talking to you. Okay. No, that's fair, Fluff. So the reason why, when it comes to video game genre, and we talk about the mechanics of the game instead of the narrative, is because video games are actually an active media. So whereas movies, TV, things like that, if you press play on the button, whether you are actually engaging in what is going on or not, the movie will still play. This is why those are called passive medias, because you don't have to actually do anything for it to do its thing, for it to be consumed. Whether you're actually paying attention or not, doesn't matter. It will still play the movie regardless of what you're doing. But because video games are an interactive genre, they are a active media. And it's important to know that when you're doing an active media, it's important to know what skills and what to expect when you play it, because you have to actually succeed at what you're doing in order for the game to deliver its media to you. So if you suck at if you suck at puzzle games, you are not going to get to actually enjoy that media unless you are able to have the skill set to complete puzzle games. It is describing to the player what skill set they will need to bring in order to enjoy the genre. Because if they don't have that, they're not going to get to actually experience the media. There we go. We'll bring the model back there now that we've fully read the question. So when we're talking about Red Dead Redemption, we talk about it along the lines of what you're thinking. Yeah, no, that's okay. Knowing this stuff to that extent, that's why that's why I do what I do. Silent Hill, if we're talking about just generally speaking, it's actually a survival horror. But, I think if you called it a psychological horror, no one would argue that. For the purpose of this discussion, though, Silent Hill is a survival horror because those are the mechanics that you need to do in order to succeed and go through the game. So it is because video games are an active media, and you need to know what skills and what you'll need to do in order to go through the media. Otherwise, the narrative will never get delivered to you. In short. But no, a lot of what I do, Fluff, it is more on the mechanics of the game. Absolutely. A lot of what I do, a lot of the stuff that I teach people, they kind of know, right? Because you play video games and you kind of understand it. But it's understanding why. Why is it this way? Why does that work? That's the part that I teach. A lot of people will recognize, what I talk about as I say it, and they'll go, oh, yeah, that totally makes sense now that you explain it. But it's my job to help them understand why. Okay. This is great. I love that we're getting through that and actually using it. Okay, jump. Sword. Gun, but we have to lock on to do it. We need to get that stinger ability. Oh, we took that hit. Ooh. Strive for knowledge. I mean, why not? Video games are cool. If only you knew just how much you get manipulated in games without even realizing it. Oop. How much the game is actually guiding you to do exactly what the developers want that you to do. If only people knew. Your choices are... Oh my god, that hurt. Choices are rarely your own. We died. Thinking back to when genres are being formed. Watching a video comparing gacha to casinos. Actually, the people who design gacha games, they totally hire people who do like slot machines and stuff. It is. They absolutely use the exact same mechanics. It is, terrifying is a good word for it. It's awful. I hate it. Because they are absolutely abusing your brain and how it works and dopamine hits and things like that. There's an eerie aura surrounding it. Is this the one we jump into? That's why you play ones with an incredibly fair win rate, yeah. Yeah, gotcha games are absolutely designed to give you the same dopamine rush that playing a slot machine does. Oh, there's our 4 orbs. Ah, struggling with these controls because they're not what I'm used to. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. When you first tried Fire Emblem Heroes and was like, why do I have to obtain heroes? What the fuck is this? WTF, mate? Ooh, I'll take those orbs. Thank you very much. Oh, wait, what? Something with a shotgun gun. Oh, this guy has a shotgun. Okay, can you lock onto that guy? I want to kill him and take a shotgun. Ah, I don't get to take a shotgun. Oh, they were all there for that. There we go. Stylish combo killer. Heck yeah.
Please,
Hey, Keeper
Fry,
Chew.
I don't know how to teach. I'm a professor. See you in class.
I love that line. Okay, what do we got here? What's next? Oh, okay. Commitment mechanics. This one's not one of mine, actually. I don't actually teach this one, but to come up with 100 micro topics, I had to sort of branch out into stuff outside of my curriculum. Okay, Iron Man modes, commitment mechanics that change player psychology. This one, I think the answer is actually pretty simple. As a reminder, when we're talking about Iron Man modes, we are talking about where you get one life. You get one life. You're not allowed to rewind or save or whatever you do. Whatever you do, you are stuck and committed to whatever choices and actions you're doing. Other examples of this could include like when you play Diablo, in hardcore mode. Hardcore mode meaning that you only get one life. When you die, your character does die, and you don't get any of your gear. Your character is permanently deleted. So, let's elaborate on this concept more. Why? Why would people possibly do something like this? Why would people want to play a mode where everything that you've just worked for is at stake at any given moment? The challenge of it, yes, but let's take that a step further. Why the challenge of it? Why do we want the challenge of it? See, this is what I mean about like people understand on the base level when you ask them something, but then you try to take it a step further. Why do we want the challenge? Why do we want challenges? Why don't we, when we talk, because challenge is fun. That is right. You're right. You are absolutely right, Vagrant. It is because challenge is fun. Let's take that another step further. I'm gonna keep running this on. Why is it fun? Why is challenge fun? This actually comes to a core game mechanic here. To increase skill, that is one reason. to become better, to be the very best that there ever was. Okay, well, this actually brings it to I'm gonna bring back the model here. This brings it back to one of the things that I do discuss, and it's because of rules. We love challenge, but more important than the challenge, rising up to the challenge of your rivals. More important than the challenge is overcoming that challenge. The challenge itself sucks. We actually hate the challenge, right? It's hard, it's miserable. If it's being done right, we hate it. It's miserable. It tests us in ways that we usually don't enjoy, but it's all for the payoff. It is for being able to say that we overcame that challenge. That's the enjoyment of it. These Iron Man modes, it's less about the actual act of doing it, and it's more about the status of it, of being able to say that you were able to flawlessly play. You were given an additional challenge that supersedes most everything else the game has to offer, and you overcame it, right? You don't ever hear people talk about Iron Man modes where they die one turn in because the game kicked its ass. You hear people talk about how I've had this character on hardcore mode for 5 years, and I have played him. I have beaten everything the game has thrown at me and come out ahead. That's also why Dark Souls games are so popular. That's actually, I had that discussion with a friend of mine. A friend of mine was like, Balto, you teach game design. You need to teach me, why do people like Dark Souls games? And I explained to her, it's not the challenge that they like, it's overcoming the challenge. The reason why Dark Souls is fun is because you fail 30 times before you succeed once. And every time you fail, it makes that reward just a little bit more sweet. It is, in theory, it's why people speedrun. Speedrunning is a weird topic with me. I generally am not impressed by speedrunners. I am not impressed at someone who skips 3/4 of a game because they jump into a corner at a particular angle and that makes them skip the game. That don't impress me much. It really doesn't. I just look at that and go, well, okay, you broke the game. Whoopity-doo. That being said, if it is what I'm going to call legitimate speed run, where they are just doing fantastic by just being, exploiting for speed running doesn't impress me. But if you are just like playing the game in the most fantastic way, and you are just absolute peak at playing the game, and you're able to rush through everything thrown at you, yes, then I'm impressed. But if your speed run requires you to break the game, I'm not impressed at that. The challenge is fun, even though it's hard. I'm sure it is. Like, speedrunning is not a topic that I should talk about, because I very much have a hot take on it. And, I also can't speak on behalf of the speedrunner themselves, because I don't do that. Oh. Huh. Well, that's fun. I just found out that pressing space turns on or off the sight for whatever it is I'm selecting. I believe the term is glitchless. If you're doing a glitchless speed run, that means you are just legitimately playing the game. You're using no exploits, anything like that. Yeah, glitchless, no glitch. And the fact that people have to actually explain and have a special term for it, I think just leans more into my feelings for it. Okay, Iron Man modes depend on the game for you. Go on, Meta. Elaborate, please. And if you have any particulars you'd like me to discuss on it, in a particular game or something, go on. That's what it's here for. We are full on talking game design. I love it. Okay, so I gotta find another rusty key somewhere. There's a sculpture of a female in agony with a sword pierced through her chest. The weak shall give their heart. So does that mean I didn't have Alistair till now?
Howdy.
That was the Wednesday Addams howdy right there. Okay, so I guess I didn't have Alistair till now. I must have just had like a generic longsword, great sword, whatever. Also, ow. Motherfucking ow. I'm pretty sure he's dead, right? Like, you can't just tear through yourself like that no matter who you are. So is this also how I get my devil trigger? If it's a hero game like Batman Arkham, then you're down. But the one you remember fondly is WWE 2K14. Have to beat the whole roster DLC. As the Undertaker. That's pretty good. Again, though, that is a particular challenge that you're given. And, you know, like the song says, rising up to the challenge of your rivals. Okay, so... Huh. Okay, so yeah, it was kind of just like a generic long sword, great sword. It's a Rocky moment for sure, I bet. I completely forgot about this sword. Also, like, the fact... This is a really interesting thing, right? Because you have Devil May Cry, but then you have Devil May Cry 3, which is a prequel. And, like, from what we've seen, it seems like Dante only got his Devil Trigger just now. But, you know, obviously we do Devil Trigger stuff in Devil May Cry 3. So, like, you got some retcon action going on there. Oh, yeah. Speedruns of Celeste. I've never played Celeste, but I'm familiar with it. Yeah, you challenge yourselves for the enjoyment. It's fun to be challenged. This is why rules have to exist in games. And not just video games. Games, period. Because we enjoy the challenge of being restricted and still succeeding. When I teach this in my curriculum, I talk about golf, right? If you look at golf, and if there was golf had no rules, just an objective, your goal is to put this ball into that hole over there. Well, it wouldn't be much fun to just walk over and just, like, drop the ball into the hole. No. The reason why golf is enjoyed is because there are rules. You must stand here. You must use this club. You must do it in X number of strokes, attempts. It's the rules and restrictions and overcoming them. That's what makes games fun. All games. Okay, I'm glad we were able to get some good discussion out of that, because that wasn't one of my topics. So I'm glad I was able to tie it together well. Off topic. You see the Gundam emblem. But do you know of the 80-foot fully operational gun? Is it fully operational? I don't know if it's actually fully operational. There is a life-sized Gundam in Japan. I don't know about fully operational. Like, obviously, it's not flying around and doing Gundam stuff. I don't know if it can even walk, though. Like, it might be able to, like, you know, move its arms and turn its head. But if it can't walk, I do not consider that fully operational. But it is there is a life-size Gundam in Japan, that is right. A Grim Reaper-like devil is depicted. A key is embedded. Should I take it? Heck yeah! Oh, I was expecting some of those Grim Reaper enemies to come out. Oh, is that a shotgun? Shotgun! They had the capability to make it piloted, but the government shut it down. I like that. You hear Palpatine's voice when you hear the word operational. Okay. How do shotgun... Shotgun! Yeah, that's what I prefer. How do shotgun go boom? That's right. Now you're Sprekins my language, meta. God, I can't believe it took you this many years to finally learn how to speak English. We have an active map. I completely forgot that, you know, this game has an active map. Huh. I completely forgot this game has an active map. You speaking gun? Nope. Oh, give me that orb. Oh yeah, I like that combo. That combo's getting me places. Oh! Getting surrounded is where I'm getting. Oh my god! That was suddenly like all my health. Why won't you die? There we go. Whew. That was way harder than it needed to be. You know what you guys might have find a hard time to believe, though? It's actually been a full hour already since the last time we did ads. I don't know about you guys, but it seemed like it flew by for me. Talking about game design like we did, it just flew by. It's time to do ads again. I'll leave you guys on the AFK screen. I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes.
Blizzard, 70-mile-per-hour winds, you name it. Riders will have to be on top of their game to beat this peak. And when it comes to Peak 3, you gotta love it when they save the harshest for last. A mountain dream that turns into an alpine nightmare. This is where we give Everest a serious run for its money. It's taken event organizers 2 years to turn this place into the ultimate SSX championship. Riders will be charging hard down these newly designed, never-before-seen racetracks where the terrain borders on the insane. New events like Slopestyle will be pitting riders against a host of constructs. Competitors will be looking to snake the best lines through the wildest tracks to perform legendary tricks. And for that little bit of extra value, there's gonna be a whole lot of combo linking for those looking to score big. Abilities will be maxed right off the start with the circuit's new big air events. Riders will be going harder and higher than anything seen before. This year's Super Pipe events promise to be the most outrageous pipe action ever seen. In the early days of pre-competition training, competitors are unleashing a barrage of never-before-seen moves. One event official summed it up best: absolutely sick. These guys are pushing the limits here, people. And yet another new twist on this year's event, big challenges. Riders will find themselves put to the test in some absolutely bizarre ways. Event organizers have been deliberate in telling SSX riders to be careful out there, and in particular to stay clear of the out-of-bounds areas. New to this year's circuit is the uber-talented Allegra Sauvagesse. Mountain Man Nate Logan, Style Meister Vigo Rolig, and Boy Wonder Griff Simmons. In addition, a few of the SSX veterans have returned: Amazon bombshell Elise Riggs, hip-hop scenester Mac Fraser, and crowd favorite Zoe Payne, to name a few. There you have it, folks. The stage is now set for the biggest SSX event of all time.
Product not yet rated.
Hey. Get back at it here. That hour just flew by at lightning speeds. Use the rusty key. Spooderman with an Aussie and an Aussie with claws. I think you're going to have to elaborate on that one there, Meta. Oh, Wolverine and Spider-Man 2, yes. Ooh, that will not allow you to go any closer. Yeah, I just hit it by accident. Yeah, so that's one of the Saturday theme streams is movie tie-in games. And the Wolverine Origins is one of them, which is actually a really fantastic game. Pizza time? Yeah. If you guys have never played Wolverine Origins, you're missing out on the best Wolverine game to date. You know, I'm sure the new Insomniac Spider-Man game will be fantastic, but that aside, it's not out yet. Until then, the Wolverine Origins game is the best game featuring Wolverine. We were talking about diegetic UI. The Wolverine Origins game, instead of having a health bar, they actually have Wolverine, and you see his body just like fall apart from all the damage that you take. Down to like, you can see his adamantium bones when his health is really low. And of course, you know, he regenerates. You see the regeneration happen in real time. A health bar, it has, you can see Wolverine and how fucked up he is. To build up to the new game, good call, Meta. I'm looking forward to the new game. Oh, wrong button. Come on! I don't know if the orbs disappear or not, but I want to get on them in case they do. Oh, okay. I thought it would disappear when I beat all the guys, but... I guess not. Doorway? Statue of an angel. Guardian of God. Doorway. An engraving of a lion, but something's written. Only those who let the lion... Oh, only those who the lion has accepted can set me free. Oh, did that make a... I don't know why he appeared all of a sudden out of nowhere. Just, you know, on his own, hanging out. Was just late getting to the party, I guess. That door's about to grab me. Ooh, that hurt. Ooh. That's where these guys are really getting me, actually, is with their ranged attacks. Oh, wait, what? Was that Stinger? Do we have Stinger? I swear, or was that just... Yeah, that might have just been doing the combo. You love superhero games. Me too. Gonna go so hard on them in the next year. Celebrate turning the big 30. I mean, they could be. I haven't played Lies of P. did have a friend who was super into it when it came out, though. Staff of Judgment.
Please, Fry, I don't know how to teach. I'm a professor. See you in class.
Grinding design. When grind feels fun versus tedious. This was another one of the not in my curriculum, not one of my things, but we could still absolutely talking about it. So, when grind feels fun versus tedious, well, right now, for example, I'm playing Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles, you know, and a lot of the fun in that can come from creating different job classes and combinations. Because you can do not only your job and the abilities of that job, but then you can get one other job's abilities to tie onto your class to sort of mix and match and make custom classes. So, the grind feels fun versus tedious. It would feel tedious if you're making a grind in a game that doesn't require much thought and is very focused on what is the most efficient way to do it. So, for example, I know grinding in like World of Warcraft is not very fun because it's generally just you have the super powerful gear that makes you kill a guy in one hit, and then you're just waiting for the mechanics to kick in and give you that rare percentile drop. Some of this is a personal opinion. I mean, this one is from me. I'm talking personal opinion here. Again, this is not something I had prepared, full actual documentation, but can certainly still talk on it at least. But like, let's take that World of Warcraft example of just like you kill a guy and you're waiting for your 1% drop of what is fun versus what is not. I mean, that's the thing, and it's really important when we're talking about game design. Fun is, it's not entirely, objective, subject. It's not entirely subjective. There are things that we know are fun, right? Whether you find them fun or not can absolutely be the case. There can be quote-unquote fun game mechanics that you don't enjoy, and you are absolutely allowed to not enjoy them because that's personal preference. But then we start talking about personal preference as opposed to fun. There is stuff that is fun, there is stuff that is not fun. And it's usually the case that the things that are not fun are simply not fun because they don't contain the stuff that is fun. Not because they are inherently bad on their own, they just don't have any of the things that make them fun. So let's take the two examples that I had just given in Final Fantasy Tactics and the grinding you're doing in levels in there, which if you've played Final Fantasy Tactics, you know you do lots of grinding in there. Versus like World of Warcraft and trying to wait for your percent drop to happen. Well, when we're talking about Final Fantasy Tactics, it is not a monotonous game of just you go over, press one button, and they die. It is still a tactic, game where you are still actively engaging in the game's core mechanics, even while grinding. Whereas World of Warcraft is not intended to be played as a game where you just walk over and kill a guy in one attack, right? So the difference being is making sure that you're grinding, and when you grind, still engages the player with the core mechanics that you're wanting in the game, instead of just devolving them to pressing a button and hoping that you get your percent drop, hoping that you get lucky. There we go. You can feel free to make any counterpoints on that. I feel like I covered it adequately, but if you have any counterpoints, you can feel free to discuss them. I am not absolute on any topic. Oh, these actually all have different things. Cue up Final Fantasy forward and back song. I got Staff of Judgment. I take it I bring that outside to the lion. Or I would. All right, you Reapers.
Oh my god!
Unlock 10% of enemy files. Nope. Nope. Okay, we took those ones. Nope. It's important when fighting these Reapers to remember that their scissors, when they die, they fall to the ground. They do like a fancy flip in the air and fall to the ground. The scissors can hit you and damage you if you're too close. I remember that because I'm sure I've died from it before. Oh, what's this hinting at? So this is actually foreshadowing something for later that we, of course, don't realize right now. All the little spiders, they're foreshadowing to the boss we're gonna have to fight later. Did I see that there's... Yeah. There's enemies just waiting up there. To compare yourself and a friend of yours... Okay. To compare myself and a friend of mine, he will grind to basically be a god in the game. Where you will do that on occasion, but have to really love the game like Spider-Man 2018. But for some games, you just grind enough to not be squashed by the bosses. Well, and we can talk about completionist stuff in that regard too. In that there are some people who tackle their completionist goals in different ways. Like some people, if they come across, if they're the completionist type, all of this is assuming you're the completionist type. There are some people who, if they're faced with a challenge, they will do absolutely everything involved with that challenge the moment it's presented to them. Right? Like, let's say you're playing an RPG where every time you defeat an enemy, you unlock more information about that enemy. There are some people who will then grind out that one enemy and just defeat them 1,000 times to get all the information. And they'll do that for a day. They'll spend a whole day doing it the second that enemy is available to them. Because that's how they like to do it. And then later on, they never have to come back to do it. Whereas on the opposite side, you'll get people who would only grind when it's to their benefit. They would do the exact same thing. They would still have to spend a day doing it, but they might do it, you know, just a little piece at a time, or they might wait until the very end of the game where there's actual benefits to doing it before they do it. Oh, no, no, no! We took that. We took that. Try again. Get good. Oh, and we're all the way back here? we took that. Ah. I really should be using my devil trigger more often. Ooh, we have different combos while we're in Devil Trigger. Not that surprising, but it's good to know. Okay. We like tried to balance on the rail there or something. I do like the sort of balance of guns and swords here. If I recall, future Devil May Cry games, really, the guns do almost no damage. The real purpose of the guns in future games is to just help you string your combos together. Here, though, if I want to, I can totally just shotgun a bitch. I can just run up to him and just shotgun the hell out of him to kill him. Oh, I tried to dodge that. Okay, so I have, what, Staff of Judgment? Is that this? No, where do I use the Staff of Judgment? Shines with a mysterious light. On the first floor. Okay. Well, okie dokie. Ah, hitting the wrong buttons. Judge of Death. There we go. Orbs, lots. Devil Hunter D. Still don't know why it does all this shaking here. Okay, next mission. I wonder why it keeps telling me about this. Is it maybe because I keep dying? Acquire Pride of the Lion. I actually maybe should have done the power-up, but I don't think I really have enough. What I really need to get is Stinger. The move that lets us, like, dash forward and strike with the sword. Need something to close those gaps. Pride of the Lion is granted only to those who choose the path of trials. Well, take that, spirits. Good bit of camera work there. I don't know what you'd call it, but it was fun. Go back the path, and thou shalt return from the abyss with thy lion heart, and thou shalt receive the pride of the lion. Did I miss something? That seems too easy. Mysterious force that you can't quite understand yet. Okay. Well, maybe it's that we just go back where we were. There we go. Ooh, and we're like constantly taking damage here. Whoa! Scully Skulls. Ow. Okay, we did it. What if I, you know... Oh, didn't mean to do that. Interesting how it makes us do the fight again. Ah, but it does get us back over here, and that's what I wanted. To get that. Well, okay then. Nope, back down we go. What if we, no, nothing that way. Go. But which side do we come out on? Yeah, okay, good. Pride of the Lions. A sign of the strong allows confrontation with the Lion Gatekeeper. Oh god, is this the... Is this the spider fight? Oh god, I hate this fight.
What a big surprise. I hope for your sake you got something inside that big body of yours.
Is stepping on me like an ant really all that impressive when he's a spider? Ooh. Oh, we are dead. We're gonna die here. Yeah. I saw that coming. I suck at this fight. Oh, nope. Woo, look at doing those little flippy backflips. Nope, that's it. We took that lava and that was it. Ooh. Oh, jeez. No, he just stands there and beats on us. Also, that lava is absolutely devastating. Also, we do, like, no damage doing that. Is that the trick? Do we have to do jump attacks? I really can't tell with this guy. Like, it seems like we should be hitting him. I think you can only hurt him on the head. And that's gonna be it for us. Oh my god, we got him. Oh, that was close. I always remember that being a tough fight. I think we got lucky and just attacked him before he attacked us. Oh, that's where we were. Hey, we got a B rank. Okay. Next mission. There we go. That's what we need, is Stinger. Throw the sword like a boomerang. Double jump in the air. We also kind of need that. Stinger, though, is 100% the one we need. Dark, welcome back. We're 20 orbs short of getting that. But that's okay. We should be saving up for either Air Hike or Stinger. Stinger is essential, though. It helps close the gap. What's got you confused there, Dark? Ooh, eliminate all evil. I like eliminating evil. I like purple orbs. I like turtles. That poor kid. Just traumatized. Okay, so we're going up to the 4th floor. I think we're going, like, back into here. Oh. He's not liking that. Oh. Damn. Can you not? Oh my god. What the hell was the point of all that? Right? Oh my god. Just to be a dick, I guess, is the point of all that. Run! Wow, we did it really well that time. But, like, if we just go back out there, is he just standing there and he just nukes us? Kind of a scumbag move. I'll take those. It's okay, he wasn't gonna need them now. I think we're going into there? Because then we go to there, which takes us to there, which takes us to there. Yeah, I think so. That's why he, like, chased us past this door so we couldn't go through it. Immense power that will not allow one to get any closer. Confront the lion! Yeah, we did that. Yo, bro. Here sleeps the gatekeeper. Magical destruction will awaken him. Like that. Just like that. Ow. Ow. Well, I mean, we survived. It wasn't the most graceful of victories. But he did blow up. So, that still counts. Huge sneeze. Thankfully, I was able to mute the mic in time. I'm sure you guys wouldn't appreciate me blowing up your ears. Ooh, what's down here, though? Yeah, that's what I thought. What's this? What's this? It takes us in the air. What's this? What's this? There's a sword right there. Death sentence. Decorative sword used for rituals. Cannot be used as a weapon. Lame. Sword is the key to freeing the soul. The key resides at the highest place. Okay, and then now we're back down to here. Sealed shut with immense power. Path will open with a guiding soul. Cool. Okay, so we don't have this guiding soul that we're gonna need. So this is probably we just get out of here. Yoo-hoo-hoo! Okay, we did get the sword, though. I don't think we've been here. Female with a melancholic expression. Use the death sentence? Well, okay. A melancholy soul. When activated, it loses its power over time. Oh, so now I gotta, like, hurry and get down there. But, this guy's gonna have something to say about that. I like how that supposed mirror is just like a silver fog. But it worked because of the double models. And we've talked extensively on this channel about, you know, mimicking mirrors by just having two models.
This stinking hole was the last place I thought I'd find anyone with some guts.
Well, okay, bye. It's the orbs. Emblem of a sun is engraved, something written beneath it. The brightness of the guiding light will scorch you. Only those who can bear the light can open to the new path. Well, that's anti-good. All right, let's go. Go fight Mecha Godzilla or whoever it is we gotta fight. V, welcome in! It's been a minute. What have you been up to? Hope you had a fantastic Halloween. Ow, ow, ow! Nope. Maybe just a little. Yeah, he got us. Overseas? Well, heck yeah. Where were you? Tell us all about it. Now, did you get to the other side of the seas, or did you just stay over top of them the whole time? Because, you know, that'd be an interesting story all on its own. South Korea visiting family. Well, that's super. Oh, sure, now you're running. You bastard, running while my devil trigger's going. Ambushing me when I climb up. Nope. Oh, I dodged that real good. Oh, not that, though. Nope, nope, get out of there. Whoa! What the? Come on! Got some cool stuff for the collection, like what? Again, tries to ambush us as we jump up. Glad I made a save state. Oh my god, this guy! Oh my god! He just keeps one-shotting me. Can we get him? Can we get him? Yeah! CIB copy of Pokemon Green? I've never heard of Pokemon Green. I'm guessing that's the Japanese version. Ooh, Dragon Quest 1 and 2. I'm excited for Dragon Quest 1 and 2. That's right, too. Dragon Quest 10 was a MMO. I'm guessing because you said offline, they made it eventually you're able to play it offline. Yeah, I'm excited for Dragon Quest 1 and 2, and we will definitely be doing it on the channel. My family made me promise to not buy so many video games so that they could buy them for me for Christmas. And so that's on my list. That's on my Christmas list, and I'm sure sometime after Christmas we'll be playing. Oh, excuse me, we'll be playing that on the channel here. It's a Korean version, but it plays in English. Neat. So, which Pokemon set does it do then? Because, you know, Red and Blue all had different, they both had different Pokemon sets. Does it take from one of those, or does it make its own mix? Do you know? Originally in Japan, it was red-green. We got red-blue. Okay, so it probably comes from the blue set. Neat. I think blue is what I had as a kid. Though it was really hard to convince my parents to buy it for me, because they didn't quite understand how it worked. And they thought that if you only bought one game, you were only getting half of a game. So they, like, refused to buy it at first, just on the grounds of, we're not buying you two games that are two half games. You guys have to forgive me. I'm just doing a little stretch here. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's good. Oh. But V, you were saying, you know, you're visiting family there. Is it safe for me to assume that you're Korean then? There was a mall with an official Koto Bukai. Half Korean. Yeah, okay, super. Gundam base where you bought some model kits. Mega Man Gold armor. From Bandai's 30-minute fantasy set. That's cool, though, with the gold armor. I told my niece about the model kits and stuff that I do. And so I'm going to have her help me work on... I have a Char Zaku 2, but it's like the Red Comet edition one, so it's got a bunch of extra stuff on it. I'm looking forward to when we're going to work on that together. So then, as someone who is, if I can ask you a somewhat personal question, V, as someone who is half Korean, I'm going to assume that you're at least a little bit in touch with your Korean heritage. How do you feel about how Korean culture has lately, I say lately, but it's like the last 10 years, let's say. How do you feel about how Korean culture has kind of like boomed in the West lately? Oh, this thing's gonna like slowly kill me, I bet. Yeah, I think I should just not fight this guy and just go. Oh, but what if I have to, like, kill him to get out? I do have to kill him to get out. I can see that now. And he's gonna be nowhere near me. Oh, there he is. Ow! This thing's gonna kill me in a sec here. And there it is. With more eyes on Korea due to this stuff, yeah. There's lots of stuff in Korea that people are really liking these days. I think the pull and attraction of K-pop music is definitely one of the reasons for it. I think it's because in the West, we had boy bands that were popular in the late 90s and early 2000s. You know, boy bands were all the things in the West. And that's kind of, it's had a resurgence in Asia lately. Again, lately is like, you know, the last 10 years. And that's really got people into it because it's a fun thing, right? Good number of K-pop Demon Hunter souvenirs, I'm sure. I'm sure they would be all over that, right? Okay, well, we gotta try this again. Not really super excited to, but we gotta play games here, right? Any food highlights on your trip? You were mentioning getting the barbecue, of course. Oh. Wow. What happens with that? Just a special death? Yep. I feel like it did that because it was our last life, yeah. And start again from a save point. Do you want to go to the load screen? Well, yeah. If I knew that was an option, I wouldn't have kept using these yellow orbs. There have been plenty of times where I die right after a save point and would have liked to have gone back to a load here. So much food. We went to the night market, ate street food. That's what I hear is the best part. I'm sure you had some of those, is it Korean people that go nuts with the corn dogs? It's one particular type of Asian. I can't remember if it's like Korea or Japanese. They go nuts with corn dogs and put basically everything you could possibly imagine on a corn dog. The corn dog, okay, yeah. Yeah, we just got our shit wrecked again. Yeah, the corn dog in quotes, because it's not a corn dog as we know it. It's basically a hot dog with every accoutrement you can think of. So I don't get what's supposed to be the trick to fighting this thing. Because it just seems like it just is immune to my attacks for 90% of the time. I don't know. Let's, maybe we can see a file on it or something. Seems like everything I do, it's just, like, immune until it kills me. Evil spells covering its body, thus allowing it to deflect all sword attacks. Okay. Evil spirit takes, take other forms. In its shadow form, all sword attacks are deflected. It remembers the weapons from its fights in ancient knights. Okay. At the same time, magical energies are shot towards its enemy. When you damage its surface to a certain point, it will come to a point. It can't deflect. Okay, so I gotta shoot it. I have to shoot it until it becomes vulnerable, and then I can sword it. Thanks, game. Was basically immune to everything I did while it was in that frenzy. Well, one thing I can be reassured on, though, is that you guys are not immune to these ads I'm gonna play. But, you know, I'll let you guys watch the trailer for the game. I have the duo combination of the E3 trailer and the, like, I want to say it's like the first trailer for it. It's basically a Japanese trailer with English redubbed over it. You got to see it for yourself. It's basically a trailer from before the game really found its footing. It's really interesting. But I'm going to play it for you. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, and I'll see you then.
was a devil who fought for justice. With the power of his sword, he defended the humans from the dark maid. And he became a legend. But now, in our time, they have risen. This time, they mean business. his sword.
A sword. Time to go to work, guys.
Part human, part demon.
Even as a child, I had powers. There's demonic blood in me.
He has the power of both worlds.
What power beyond my expectations.
It's personal. The legendary Sparda.
You're right. I'm his son, Dante.
Now, get ready for the power awakening.
Sweet dreams.
Okay. Let's get back at it here. Thanks for waiting through the trailers, guys. I know. Our trailers, through the ads. I know they suck, but I hope you understand. They gotta happen. Nope, we're just going straight down. Does that end the level? Okay, well. Another D rank. Aren't we just super? I feel like any mission where we have to actually use a continue, it'll give us a D rank. What mode are we on? Normal. Mission 5, okay. How many missions is Devil May Cry? Let's take a look here. How many missions is Devil May Cry? 23! Woo-wee! That's a lot of missions. Okay. Wow, we got a long way to go then. Let's get back at it. Defeat the evil guardian and acquire the guiding light. Alright, well, let's just get right back at it. Aha! I knew there'd be something there. You're not hiding from me. Big open area. Surely we're not going to fight any enemies here. It'd be too easy for them to do that. They would never. Oh my god, it's bugs. Well, that's new. Remember to use our devil trigger. Especially shooting down bugs. Anything like in these corners, maybe? More bugs! Oh, there he is. Okay, shotgun's good at killing the flies. Oh, I feel like there was more back there, though. Well, there was at least that. Oh, it was already dead. Just taking its sweet-ass time to die. Okay. Now I feel like we did the things. Oh. There we go. Why is it always the sewers? Also, lots of health orbs. I feel like they're kind of going to waste, though, because I got full health right now. I was going to say, that can't be good. Ow. Nope, nope. Wow, okay. Nope. That's it for me. Well, I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do now, isn't it? Okay. There's our key. Bring it. Easy peasy when you got demonic devil stomping. Where you going, Fly? Get over here. At least hang out where I can blast you. So anyway, I started blasting. Gonna say, I feel like one went down that way, but I guess not. There, that's where they went. Okay. Use the key. I think I'm gonna not go and get those orbs yet. So I'm gonna need them after this fight. I know, this guy's just kicking my ass, though. Yeah, like before, he just beat me down. Nope. Okay, you get that one. Ah, I hate that. Especially when he hides in the wall so I can't hit him. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do when he does that? Nope, that's it. If I had a nickel with a scissor-wielding enemy in a horror game, think of the movie Saw. Ooh. How so, Dark? In the movie, The Big Lebowski, they chase him with giant scissors. But how... Oh, a movie you saw. I misread that. I misread that as this makes me think of the movie Saw. And I was like, really? I don't remember giant scissors in Saw. There we go. Woo! That guy was a pain in my ass. Okay, now let's go back and hit up these health orbs. Yeah, there we go. Ooh. And we got the guiding light. Heck yeah. Get good. We got good. Kinda. Beer. Okay, next mission. Holding the key of Ardor. Return to the bedroom before the guiding light absorbs all of my vitality. But I like my vitality. I don't feel like we're going to use that. I feel like Stinger's a good investment here. You know, maybe this is why there was all those vitality orbs. Are they back, though? That's the real question. Oh, they are. Okay. Oh, my God. Really? has to be a real dingus about it. He's gonna come back through there. I'm waiting for it. Ooh. There we go. They were worth lots of orbs. Oh, and I guess we had to kill him anyway, so that works out. I am kind of curious, though, because they were worth a lot of orbs. Oh! Lure the Cyclops into their mutual death. Oh, boy. I don't know if I want to actually do this. Especially with my health low. They, I think, keep taking damage somehow. I think it's because they're, like, stomping around on each other. Yeah, but now we're dead. Maybe I'll just go back to here and, we'll just, not do that at all. Woo! They took that hard. Shortcut. I say shortcut, but I'm pretty sure it's the only way up. Put in the guiding light. And there, it stopped killing us. Yay! I like not dying! Oh, we have just enough for that, eh? Nice. It's an amazingly beautiful mirror, but still, there's something dark and there's a dark and evil deep within its reflection. Oh, that was actually really good time. Hey! So, some missions clearly are much shorter than others. But I guess it's short, you know, if you succeed at what you're doing to go through it. I think I'm gonna call it an early stream tonight. I got some texts that I need to answer, things like that. Tomorrow tomorrow is a fun day, and let me tell you why. Give me a sec here. Go over to the raid screen, and I will explain to you. So tomorrow is when our friend Leary Lee, she is doing an event. I think it's pretty much like all afternoon tomorrow. If you guys aren't following Leary yet, you really need to be. She's great. One of the nicest people I've met on Twitch here. I think this is how you do that. Yeah. So tomorrow she's doing for her affiliate anniversary. She is doing a subathon to like get donations for a local animal shelter at her place. I think she's told me she does this like every year, and they're just shocked at how much money she raises. And Leary's really great. I always want to support her in anything that she's doing. So tomorrow I will be playing Final Fantasy Tactics Evilise Chronicles at our usual time. But I encourage you guys to actually go and check out Larry and see what she's doing over there. In the meantime, though, I'm gonna make it a real chill day. We're gonna call it a little bit early. I'm gonna find someone for us to raid to, and I'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Yeehaw, baby, well that's our show. We play retro games, but it's time to blow. Saddle up, partner, it's time to change the view. Time to dance at a different venue. Pixelated lands where the cowboys roam. We're shooting for high scores, never going home. With a quick draw, a controller in hand, we're the wildest raiders in all the land. The night is young, we're on the run. Old school fun, and we're second to none. But the sun is setting, it's time to call. Grab your posse, it's time for the raid, y'all. Riding into the raid on a digital horse. Retro heroes, raid with no remorse. Press start, let's make a little noise. Get ready, get set, let's bring the boys. Riding into the raid, let the wild ones play. We're coming in style in a cowboy way. The stream's about to blow, hold tight, it's fake. We're coming in hot and we're raising the stakes.
You know what? No raid out tonight. We're just gonna call it early. I think I'm still exhausted from last night. Good night to have a early night in bed. I'm gonna see you guys later. Have fun.